We needed to bring order. Yes, sister.
Just to add to it, they're not eating. So-called, it's called Agenda 21, 21st of December.
Speak a little louder so I can hear you.
So, Agenda 21, the government is establishing, they're going to start poisoning the food. December 21st, the end of this year. It's called Agenda 21. You can look it up online. So,
spell that for me so we can all get that.
Agenda 21.
Agenda 21. Yep. Go ahead. And what is Agenda 21?
Agenda 21 is supposed to be established on December 21st this year, where they'll start poisoning the food. And they're going to start pulling the food slowly and smaller off of the racks and off of the shelves in the grocery store. You won't be able to eat unless you have your own distributor, which you will have to be rich enough to have someone that actually can provide you with your crops and your food.
And that's the Bible when it says the daily sacrifice shall be taken away. In Daniel, the daily sacrifice is not being able to eat.
That's why they made it illegal for you to grow your own food.
Your own organic food.
You can't grow food anymore. It's illegal now.
Yes. So we're here, folks. The military is prepared. And see, they knew that our people in the military would have some sympathy for their people. So what they did, they placed our people in ways of battle. They put us on the front line in other countries. And now they have called in the UN armies who have no emotional attachment to you to be your military. You're going to see white UN trucks and white UN tanks. They're already here. So these people, these are Europeans that's going to be your UN army to have control over this country and not your own people that are in the military. Your people on the front lines dying somewhere. Okay? So they meticulously put them out there and took the strangers and made them the army within the country, along with Blackwater, which is a mercenary paid group by the government. These are people that's going to tell you, listen, either you follow what we're saying or you're going to die. Read on. Oh, I got to get one more scripture. I need you to grab a scripture for me too. Get Matthew 13. Huh? Matthew 18. Yeah.
We're done in 18.
Matthew 18.
We're in Revelation 18.
Revelation 18. I need that. Revelation 18. I need you to get Matthew 13.
Which verse in our Revelation?
Revelation
Start at the
18,
first verse.
One again? Okay. And after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven,
saying what?
having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils.
It's become the habitation of devils. Nothing but devils living here now. Devils is drafting your law. Devils is just doing all types of mess to you. Just wickedness here. Harry Potter, sorcery, witchcraft, just evil. Read.
Is become the habitation of devils and the hold of every foul spirit.
Everything that's wrong is in this place. Read.
And a cage of every unclean and hateful bird.
Every unclean and hateful spirit is right here. Read. Especially up in New York. Y'all know what I'm talking about too. Read on.
For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of fornication.
All nations have come together and agreed to take God's people down and dealt with the evil of this country. Go ahead.
And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her.
And all the kings of the earth have done the same things, laying down with this country to get rich over money. Read.
And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
Go ahead.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people.
Saying what?
Come out of her, my people.
Saying what?
Come out of her, my people.
Now the Most High is letting us know it's time to get out of here. While you have an opportunity to get a passport, you better get it. Because if you come down with that H1N1, they're not going to let you not only out of the country, they're not even going to let you out of the city. And come and find out Baxter, the company that's behind making the vaccine, have put the H1N1, then put the swine flu in the vaccine. So they're going to be giving it to the people so to keep you here. And they're going to make the vaccines mandatory.
That was a test that they did, the first one, just to see how fast it spread. And you know, it's not like they didn't make it the doses as strong as they wanted to. They just wanted to see how fast it would spread amongst the people.
And still it's a pandemic right now.
Yeah.
Same thing happened in like 1913. Well, 1918, excuse me. Where they had a pandemic, over 5 million people died worldwide through a flu disease that they created. But now they're doing it within the borders, blaming it on Mexico. Read on. I heard another voice saying what?
And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins,
Because if you don't come out of her, you're going to become her. Read.
and that ye receive not of her plagues."
And if you stay here, you're going to get the plagues that are written in this book. Read.
For her sins have reached unto heaven,
The Most High is tired of them. Read.
and the Most High have remembered her iniquity.
Even though you have forgotten, the Most High haven't forgotten. The Most High remember how this country was founded. You probably forgot it, but the Most High didn't. The Lord said one day with him is as 1,000 years. So 1,000 years was just like yesterday to him. So what's 200 years to him? Nothing. That's a couple of seconds ago that happened. When they came here, these Masons with Satan, with a pentagram, with Satan in the midst of them, drafting a constitution and bringing a Talmudic doctrine that would one day enslave the earth with capitalism. The Most High remembered that. And they used God's people to build this wicked system. God remembered that. You forgot. The Most High didn't. And now it's payback. And he's saying, listen, I love you enough to warn you to come out of her, because I'm going to jack her up. That's the only thing the Lord can do is warn you. After that, it's on you.
This also shows too that
Go ahead.
if you don't know who you are, how you know who you're talking to?
Thank you. That's another point. If he say, come out of my people, and you don't know you're Israel, how do you know you're the people he's talking about?
Right. Makes sense.
Another key point. Thank you, brother. Read.
For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquity.
Go ahead.
Reward her even as she rewarded you.
She's going to get double.
And double unto her, double according to her works.
So this place is going to get double for everything they've done on this earth. The Most High sat back and waited. And now her time is up. Read.
In the cup which she hath filled, fill her double.
She's going to get double. Go ahead.
How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her.
And you know this place has lived delicious. Lifestyles of the rich and famous.
Cribs.
Flavor of love. Read on.
For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow.
Your Statue of Liberty. We're right here in New York. Read.
Therefore shall her plagues come in one day.
What's coming in one day?
Death, and mourning, and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire.
That's the Most High. And that's the plagues you will receive if you don't listen to what he's saying. That's the voice. And I hear some people saying, well, it ain't talking about physically coming out of it. Is those plagues physical? Read that again.
Therefore shall her plagues come in one day.
It says, come out of her so that you don't receive her plagues. What's the plagues?
Death.
Death. That's what you get if you don't listen. Read.
And mourning.
Mourning. That's what you get if you don't listen. Well, he's talking about coming out of her spiritually. And what?
And famine.
And famine. You better hope you eat some spiritual food when it goes down. Read.
And she shall be utterly burned with fire.
How can that be spiritual? The Lord says, come out of her or you're going to get burnt up with her. I'm sending the Medes on her to destroy you. And I love you enough to warn you. And that lets you know we must be the children of Israel, because the Most High says he sent us to a stiff-necked, hard-hearted, and rebellious people. If we would have been sent to anyone else, we would have repented and we would have had the kingdom by now. It's our people that's looking for some loopholes to stay in a country that have enslaved you. Looking for, well, how do I know this is Babylon? Well, you know. What about my education? You think the Most High is going to stop? Hold up, He's going to stop all Bible prophecy because you got to get a bachelor's degree. Well, hold up, Michael and Uriel. Let's chill for a second. Let her graduate.